Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We have here, good morning, Kaisha. Good morning, Phyllis. Good morning, who else? Adam.
Grand Rising.
And Ryzen, hello. All right, who else is in here? Right. Let's share this out with everybody. Let them know to hop on. I'm going to take some time to invite some people as well. Invite your friends, family. We're cutting the cord on things today that no longer serve us. It's still the top of the year. We still have time. We're still in the first quarter. So we're going to cut the cord on things, energies, people, places, things that do not serve us. And we're going to do some journaling as well. So you need some pen, paper. You need a fire-safe bowl. We're going to burn some things if you want to, and paper and pen so we can work on that today. So I have my bowl, lighter, and I'll get a piece of paper. It could be Post-its, whatever you want it to be. And we'll write down our intentions for today in a journal because we'll have another excerpt that you can write before and after the ritual. You can grab some spiritual tools such as any crystals you have, sage, Palo Santo, any of that you want to bring in the space with you to clear space. We're going to do a meditation as well. So anything you feel you need to get grounded in that, you can bring into the space today. All right. Any questions before we get started? All right. We can roll out.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
All right. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to go into cord cutting today. And I've done this a few times in this space on Wake Up Everybody and in other spaces with some of you as well. And so we're going to go into this new year. Like I said, we're still at the top of the new year, still new energy we're harnessing. And we're going to go through this cord cutting session to release anything that does not serve us, any energetic ties or binds, habits, thoughts, ideas, people, places, things that we said we weren't going to bring into the new year and they slipped their way in possibly, and that's fine too. We're just going to send them off with love and light in this space if they come up. We found that sometimes we say we're going to cut the cord on one thing and something completely different comes up, or that I'm going to cut the cord and this ancestor is going to show up. My mom is going to help me cut the cord on this, and it's your great great grandma or someone. So allow spirit to take over this session, take over your intuition and trust in that and what you're being led and guided by. So let's go to the next slide. And again, invite people to join us so they can cut the cord on anything that doesn't serve them either, right? So again, what you'll need is a pen, some paper, a lighter, a fire safe bowl, get comfy. I know I have my comfy sweater on. It's still cold outside from that storm if you're on the East Coast, so keep warm. And then a quiet space, somewhere to be grounded and actually have this moment to yourself where you can go through the meditation and through the writing exercises and get what you need. All right, next slide. All right, so who can read this for me to describe what cord cutting is? So some of us might be new to it, some of us might have done this before, others might have done it in a different way, and that's all good. And we can bring that into the energy, into bring that energy into the space. So what is cord cutting? Let me see. And Kaisha, I know you've dabbled in this before with me, or at least heard about it. And Jametta, Cynthia for sure, Phyllis too. So what have you all learned about cord cutting in your own words, or you can read from the slide and get us started?
I'll read.
Thank you. Oh my God, yeah, thanks.
Cord cutting. Cord cutting is a spiritual practice that helps us to recover energy that has been lost and to reestablish healthy energetic boundaries. Very important. We develop energetic cords with people, places, things, beliefs, and memories that we create relationships with. These cords aren't necessarily bad. They actually help us to tune into the energy of one another and form connection and understanding. This looks different for everyone.
So what did you hear in that, Malika? I think you did the cord cutting with us before for the 7-day ritual. Is that correct? Or did you watch the recording? And if not, this
Yeah.
is new to you. Mm-hmm.
I've done cord cutting as part of the 7-day ritual and in general. I contextualize cord cutting as just like cleansing and
Mm-hmm.
um, trying to renew my energy, getting rid of all the bad juju, bad vibes from
Mm-hmm.
previous years, previous situations, and just emotions I do not want to bring into a new beginning. So whenever I'm trying to start over, I always cleanse just to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that I arrive where I want to go into in a new field, new energy, and new vibrations, and so that I can attract good things, so that my energy field is not clogged up with all the bad stuff from previous situations.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Great. Anyone else? Right. And so Kaisha said to separate from people or things that are not healthy for my body or my spirit. So have you done cord cutting before, Kaisha? And that's what you've felt, and that's what the experience was like on the other side for you. What are you sharing?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, my throat was hurting.
No,
That's
you're
why.
good. How are you feeling? Yeah, my
I'm,
throat too, right?
yes, I'm getting a little better. But yes, I've done it with you, Shan,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in meditation, the core cutting during the meditation
Mm-hmm.
that you provided, um, just to separate from things that are not um, good for healthy. Like I've done core cutting after my divorce,
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of that, the emotions. I wanted to get over the emotions that I was feeling.
Right.
And that's why I did it with you.
And how did that, so you went into it, one thing on your mind, thinking, I'm going to clear this energy around my divorce. And what happened? What actually came about for you? What came up for you?
It was during the meditation. You had us imagine, um, people. It wasn't just the divorce for me. It was grief that I was feeling from the loss of my grandma
Mm-hmm.
during the meditation. Um, I was dealing with, and what happened when I came out of it, of the meditation, it was like a positive, goal of mine was to
Mm-hmm.
move forward. Like, okay, now that I've done this cord cutting over the grief of something negative like a divorce, also the grief of something positive like my grandma,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, I was determined to move forward. That's what it was. I was determined to get better. I was
Mm-hmm.
determined to release it, release that, the two different types of grief. Because during the meditation, those griefs was colliding.
Mm. How so?
The pain of the both of them are painful,
Mm-hmm.
but um, gonna make you think about my grandmother now.
Oh, breathe through it. And maybe she wants to be known. Maybe she wants to make herself present and known for a reason.
Yeah, yeah, it was the memory of her. And I felt like during the meditation, she came to me to tell
Mm-hmm.
me that she was okay.
To tell
And
you she was okay?
yes,
Why do you think she needed you to know that she was okay?
because when you provided it, she had recently passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because you provided it the first time I experienced it was in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's when she died. So, excuse me, and that's when she died. So,
Mm-hmm.
damn, Shannon wasn't planning on crying this morning. Uh,
And you know what? You're welcome. I have been struggling with crying libations and just expressing, and I now that I've been able to tap into that again, I understand how important that release is. And so I'm happy that you were able to get that out. And I know that it was all divine. And that's why grandma was pushing her way through to get on and make sure that you knew she was here. And she's
yeah,
holding space with you and holding you in this moment as you cry. And grief, we always talk about, especially with Dion, like it's not linear. It happens over time. So I was thinking about my mother the other day. It's been 10 years since she passed, and it's like it felt like yesterday. But my grieving process didn't start to maybe 3 years ago, and it was coming out whether I liked it or not,
right.
and when I wasn't expecting it or not. So it's gonna come out regardless, and I'm glad that you are here in a safe space to be held while you're thinking about your grandma, and I'm glad she's here with us. So
Yeah,
all good.
yeah,
And
thank you.
you're not
But,
feeling well either, so it's letting it all out. Everything
yeah,
come out.
but it was helpful. Your cord
Good.
cutting ceremony was helpful.
Good. Thank you so much. And thank you for
Thank you.
bringing up both of the two types of grief, right? Losing a loved one twice. You lost an ex-husband. He was a loved one at one point, I'm sure. And still, maybe, you might have a certain love for him, but there's a grief of what was or like what you thought would be with that person and the future you might have had with them. And even the future you thought you had with grandma as well, right? But sometimes with older people, we kind of see it coming or we don't. But you still can't expect it or plan for it fully. But there's like this love, romantic love relationship. We've had children, we built a family together, grieving that, and then grieving your grandmother who raised you, who was part of you. You have all these sweet, beautiful memories with, and all the things. So two different types of grief, but the pain was still there living in you. I'm glad that you were able to release that.
Yes, thank you.
Aisha. All right. Anyone else want to share their experience with cord cutting? And we'll drop in the chat again the supplies that you'll need to get started. Let's see. So you need a pen, paper. You'll need a lighter, so like a fire safe bowl like this, something marble bowl, something you might use for your herbs, just so we're good and safe. We're gonna write some things out and then we'll throw them into the fire if you choose to set your intentions for today. So I think you asked for that, Cynthia. I hope that helps. Awesome. All right. So we can pull the slides back up. And so you can pull your journals out. We're going to start on our first writing prompt to get us grounded into what we're going to go into around the cord cutting. And while you do that, are there any questions about what we're going to be doing, how to utilize the cord cutting, how you might feel right now? Anything coming up for you? Might be some people's first time. And again, you can grab your sage, Palo Santo, your crystals, anything that helps you feel grounded. But for right now, we're going to start with our right to the point prompt. So in your journals, you're going to share what you are throwing into the fire today, what you think you're throwing into the fire today. Like I said before, we have intentions of throwing in different ideas, different thoughts, feelings. I'm going to throw my ex into the fire. I'm throwing this into the fire. I'm throwing procrastination into the fire. And then your great grandma comes up and she needs to talk to you about something, or your grandmother, or your mother, your father, something that's unresolved, or even someone who's alive or not, right? So it could be both. And these things are coming up through us. And I want you to tune into that and tap into it and acknowledge what your spirit, what your intuition is trying to tell you today. So it's great to set this foundation in the beginning. I'm going to let go of X, Y, and Z. These are my intentions. And then honor what also comes out on the other side, which we will write about. So, what did you end up cutting the cord on? Who came to support you with the cord cutting? just so you can know how the spirit is working in your life and what messages you're supposed to be receiving and getting through this ritual as well. So we're going to take 2 minutes to write down what we are throwing into the fire and what it can mean for your life if you actually release that today. So if you're throwing into the fire procrastination or perfectionism, what would that look like for you? What would that mean in your life if you release that today? If you released an addiction to sugar or bread, something like that. If you if you declared, I'm going to save a certain amount of money every month for this year, or I'm going to let go of poor financial spending habits, what would that look like for you for the rest of this year, your life, your goals? So imagine your future self, what that would look like if you were to make this release today that you know will open the door for other opportunities and make room for you. So are there any questions? Nope, everybody's clear. Everybody got their notebooks out.
All right.
Awesome. Anything on Facebook? Jametta? I don't know if you hear me. Nothing on Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll take 2 minutes and then we'll share out some of the things that we are intending to throw into the fire today, and then what that would look like, what it means in our life if we were to release this and let it go. Not holding on to it, not making excuses, not allowing fear to stop us. What would that look like?
All right, I'm going to start the time in 3, 2, 1, now.
All right, Malika, you are on it. Awesome. And I'm going to play a little something just to get us going. Maybe we'll do a few more minutes after that. Let's see. All right, Malika, I'm going to take down this slide real quick to play the song. Let's see. Perfect. All right, so we'll do 3 minutes starting now.
Please bring positivity into my life every day. Please bring positivity into my life every day. Please bring only joy and peace and everything that is love. Please bring only joy and peace and everything that is love. Please bring positivity into my life every day. Please bring
One more minute.
positivity into my life every day. Please bring positivity into my life into my life every day, every day. Please bring only joy and peace and everything that is love. Please bring only joy and peace and everything into my life that is love every day. Please bring only joy and peace and everything into my life that is love every day.
30 seconds.
Please bring
What are you throwing into the fire?
positivity into my
And what could that mean for your
life
future self?
every day. Please bring
What are you
positivity
throwing into the fire
into my
and bringing into your
life
life?
every day.
Awesome. All right, so anybody want to come off mute and share what they are throwing into the fire today on this morning? Like I said, it is the end of January, but it's still the top of the year. We're still in the first quarter. You still have time in the third quarter. So I want you all to know like this is still time to use this energy. The things you said that you weren't bringing into the new year and then they crept in anyway, because that happens. Show yourself grace and then use this time to hone in on that and to keep practicing, especially if we're untraining our minds for something or releasing people in our lives. It's not easy to just discard of that in a meditation or overnight or do a journal entry. So be patient with yourself as you work through this process. This is a step in your process. All right. So anybody you want to come off mute and share?
I will, Coach
And I
Shan.
was in a boy, I was like, come through, Cynthia.
Girl, you don't even know. I just jumped on because I saw it was gonna be you.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Like, I'm so serious. Like,
We're
I
all
didn't
great. Come here
even
every Sunday through Thursday. Everybody's great.
I didn't even know. Like, I just was like, oh, Coach Shan is speaking, so let me just jump on.
Nice.
And we're doing cord cutting, and
Mhm.
I know what it is, but I've never done one. I've always wanted to do one.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I was running around and I started crying, girl. Again, divine design. Divine design. It is so real. It is so fudging real. So I'm excited. Okay.
Why were you crying? What happened? What came up for you?
What came up for me? It's all lining up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else feels it, but it's all lining up.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Like all the dots are connecting. Everything that I was doing last year and why I was doing it is
Mm-hmm.
leading up to here. I was
Makes sense
watching.
then.
Yeah, like like some of the sisters are here. Jametta is now like leader. I'm like so hyped. Like I'm so excited for everyone. Kaisha's in the space, and honey, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. That's my boo.
Yeah, the Phyllis.
Okay.
Phyllis, we were talking about Be the Tree before we got on. Phyllis is here. Jamila is here.
Yeah,
Jamila.
like all the ladies are here, but like
Awesome.
Kaisha was in my cluster. Like she was in my,
Rachel's
that's
still
my
here.
sister. Like I love y'all. And Jametta, I was leadership support in her cluster.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, so I'm letting go procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm throwing into the fire.
Okay.
Poor financial habits,
Uh-huh.
insecurity of self,
Mm-hmm.
doubt of my intuition. If this doesn't prove my intuition is on point, like you got to be
Has
kidding me.
been. It has been for some time, but my sister, myself, we need the nudges sometimes to remind us that it's there.
Yes. Um, that that um that lack, the feeling of lack, of not having enough, the scarcity,
Mm-hmm.
addiction of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
love a good snack, girl. Like don't Paris baguette.
Yes.
I don't know,
Don't let
they're
it have
horrible.
you. Don't let it get you.
Yeah, that part. Emotional eating,
Mm-hmm.
doubt of self, the feeling that I'm not enough.
Okay, you put a few
I
things
am.
to the fire. You put a few things.
Yo, girl, yeah, I got like,
Let's choose
I'm
one. Let's choose
complete.
one of those things. No,
One. Okay.
I don't know if you are. You might throw a few more things in there. I'm not sure, but that's fine. This is all you,
Okay.
right? But let's choose one of those things. And what did you write about as far as what that looks like if you were to completely release that today, the way you envision yourself releasing it, what it can mean for your future self on the other side? Like I stopped eating these snacks and my sugar went down, my finances went better, like I ate healthier, my diet looks different. What are things that could be on the other side of that? Why is it worth fighting for or throwing in the fire in the first place?
The procrastination is
Okay.
definitely something that needs to go into the fire because it will clear off so many different paths and so many different areas of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a central core thing that needs to be eliminated and thrown into the fire today. So
Got it.
that
Where
I'm
did that
complete.
where did that big procrastination start with? Where did it come from? Might have been around forever.
Probably from a little girl, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I always did um elementary school, I always did well. I always did well. They give you all those tests and all of that. I always did
Yes.
well. And so life started to get chaotic at home
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't able to study and all of that. My intelligence still carried me so that I didn't have to study. So I think
Mm-hmm.
all of that just spread into the rest of my life like a cancer now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just spread out into almost every area of my life with paying my bills, with taking care of things. There are times I'll wait till last minute to
Mm-hmm.
do things.
Gotcha.
So
And so, what do you think you need in place in your life for the procrastination? So, we throw it into the fire. We're saying, I'm releasing it. It's not just going to poof and go away. It doesn't change after a certain number of years of you procrastinating and having this way of being, right? So, what do you do now? Like emotionally, spiritually, you are releasing it. You're declaring that I am not allowing this to take over my life anymore. What do you need now? Maybe daily or weekly, what do you need to put in place to now make sure that procrastination doesn't creep back in? And if it does, what's in place to hold you down, hold you together so you can continue to commit to this?
I
Can you?
may need, well, not only to-do lists, because
Mhm.
to-do list is one thing, but I may need to find an accountability partner, like
Yeah.
someone to seriously keep me in check and
Hmm.
someone to tell me when my stuff smells.
Right.
I'm
I
that
was
type,
gonna say,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
you need a real friend in that type of situation. And so that's gonna hold you accountable. So yeah, I would have to
absolutely.
find me an accountability partner.
I think so. I think that'd be great because we could walk out like I threw that in the fire, I burned it on a post-it and it's real. So it is. And yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then tomorrow you procrastinate again. So I would say the accountability partner is helpful, but the declaration today is where it starts.
Okay.
Declaring it for yourself and in front of us that that's what you're going to do. And again, remember we said you might come on the other side and procrastination doesn't come up at all. Something else might come up for you to cut the cord on. So we also, like I said before, that grace in whatever it is you say you're releasing and not doing it fast enough. I was supposed to release this on Tuesday during the cord cutting, and it's still showing up in my life. What's wrong? What did I do wrong? I didn't meditate right. I didn't focus long enough. And it's like that's not how this works. You got to take time on it. You just said you've been procrastinating since you were a child.
Yeah.
Just undo that overnight. So as you do it, putting things in place, accountability partner, your to-do list, and you'll learn different strategies as you move along for what works for you. So thank you so much for sharing and breaking that
Thank
down
you.
for us. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Cynthia. Anyone else want to share?
We've got a couple shares from Facebook today.
Okay. What's Facebook saying?
All right. So Stacy Transform McLean said, "That's my song, throwing smallness into the fire." Z and then Z, I hope I'm saying this right. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Nionu from Namibia. She says she's getting rid of throwing in the fire, self-defeating thoughts. And then Stacy Transform McLean said, "Let's go be the tree." Yes, yes,
Come
yes.
off the come off the porch, Stacy. Come inside the house. She's our Facebook admin. She doesn't know yet, but she is Facebook
And then
admin.
Z is saying she's getting rid of sugars, protein, processed foods to fight terminal cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Planned to continue a water fast, or she plans to continue a water fast for 21 days to start the
Mm-hmm.
cancer and to come out of hospice care to go into palliative care to be able to exercise and not get fatigue and get support. Yes, that's very important.
All right. And Z, if you're enjoying the conversation, if you can come into the Zoom as well, love to hear your voice and share your story. And that was just a trigger for me. I just want to pause for a second. Like seeing the hospice and the cancer, and I think it's pollinative care or something. It was this is the experience I went through with my mom who was on hospice twice. And they told her she was dying twice on hospice. So it was like for her to have this energy, go into hospice and be able to exercise and not feel fatigue and get support, we don't always go into hospice thinking that or having a positive attitude. Not a lot of people are in their right mind either when they go into hospice. So, Z, thank you for sharing your energy. I send you plenty of love and light. And if you could come to the space, that'd be great so we can love up on you. But I just want to acknowledge you for the energy and the plan you are setting up for yourself and as you're transitioning into hospice. Because what an experience and a life transition to go through. And then you're speaking about it with us in real time. So we'd love to have you in space if you can. But I know that there was no mistake there. It was just, it made me think of my mom and how she was on hospice one time and then they, kept saying she's dying, it's over, all the things. And then the intuition again kicking back in. I'm like, this isn't it. She's not going. You're sending her to this hospital to do this, this, and that. That was the first time I had a visual of what God's messages was for me. And I saw these orange walls and the hospital we took her to on the floor she went to was the same orange walls and the setup was the same. And she lived 3 more years after that. So that's when I knew like the intuition piece was real. And like you said, Cynthia, what other signs do we need to get to trust it, right? What else I gotta show you or do to you for you to understand like I'm giving you what you need in the moment. And so as we learned in the wild program, it could be clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, whatever that is, it could be a few of them. Listening, hearing, seeing, feeling, intuition. And so, like I said before, bringing that into the space with you today, different life experiences trigger that for us. And for me, that was when my mom was sick and I was her caretaker. And all of those things started to build on each other. And so, again, if you're in the space, C, please come in and we'd love to have you. And sorry, you can go back to reading the Facebook messages. But
Okay,
thanks, C.
okay, we have one more Facebook message
Mhm.
from Stacy Transformed. What can it mean if I released it?
Yes. So if it's a clarifying question, Stacey. So for example, if you release the sugar we were talking about, your diet being better, your finances, maybe you're spending money on food in a different way, you're spending less food because you're not eating out as much as whatever the case is. Say it's your Starbucks every day, you're saving money there, and then you're cutting out on the calories and the sugar as well. But you feel better, you look better, you might show up differently in the world, however that is, if you were to give up that sugar, that addiction today, whatever that looks like for you. So that's what I mean. What does it mean for the future self if you did the work today on it and threw it into the fire and released it? And you can still release it before we do the ritual and have all the intentions. But I'm saying when we do the visual and the meditation, something else might come up. And so just thinking about that. So any other questions? Sorry, my allergies are acting up, so excuse me. Sniffles. But yes, anyone else have any questions on how this looks? What we do next? Yes, Florence.
Yeah, Grand Rising, everyone. I just came on. I woke up for it and then went back to sleep before because it didn't come on right away. Oh my God. Anyway,
We
I'm
almost
so
lost
glad
you.
to be. I'm so happy to be here because recently I was thinking about cord cutting.
Hmm.
Um and I thought about you because I think I heard you mention it before.
Hmm.
So then I noticed that there are things that have been coming up for me from when I was a child, and then I would like to just release those people, like whoever they were that, put me through stuff just, when I was very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
And I see some of the things, playing when I see playing out, like even not speaking, like I want to do a podcast, but just getting on I speak to people and so forth a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but then to go on the podcast or go on the internet and say something, it's been a big block. To
Mm-hmm.
to say something to my daughter, to show her my love through my voice and all of this is so, so I think I really, really do need to release whatever that is. I don't even know how to describe it, but my
Mm-hmm.
voice, putting my voice in like the internet or been getting going public.
So,
I
Florence, pause real quick. You know you're on the internet right now? You know
that's
you're
what I
talking
just
live
this is
streaming on
what
Facebook right
this
now?
is this is but I really don't even think about that.
If we talk
And
long enough, it'd be a podcast together, you and I. You're doing it right now.
so
Sorry.
I don't
You
even
know how I
think
am. Go ahead.
about
I love
that.
you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes.
Right, you're not thinking about it. You're comfortable. You're on
Right,
Woo, and you've
right.
led,
But
you've facilitated on Woo before. You are
yeah, but
doing what you're
this
talking
is
about.
this is because I see Wu as my family. But
Mm-hmm.
so maybe now I have to start seeing the world or as my family,
Uh-huh.
like because I have a distinction, like I have a wall, I have a
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing.
Well,
So
if it's a podcast, you can record it and play it later. It could be you talking to someone else that you do know and love. Like you said, maybe you want to have a conversation. You could record a conversation, a one-on-one with you and your daughter, and that could be your
mhm.
episode,
Yeah,
right? That you play for the
okay.
world later. I don't know who's listening to it, but I got to speak to her intimately
Yeah,
and do it
yeah,
because you're comfortable right here. So
yeah.
when you recording this first podcast,
Okay.
we gotta give you some lifelines to go by. Just like with
So
facilitating and woo, we gave you lifelines. You like, I'm by this date, and you did, and you led a few sessions. It's
okay.
in you. I got to.
Yeah, maybe not well, maybe not being able to reach the people who I might know that kind of thing. Yes. Of
But
maybe, yeah,
you
something to
want
do.
your
Yes.
analytics to come back like 100 listeners, and they get this and they do
Well,
that from across the
maybe
world. Yes, and that's baby steps. That's how you get there. You practice. You build up. You can build up a foundation of an audience on Woo, and then have them come to your podcast.
oh wow.
There's so
I need
much,
I need
and then the
you
grace
I
part.
need you as an accountability part. Anyway.
Everybody's everybody's accountable. I need one too. I need one.
Anyway, so
That can
yeah,
work,
so
but you're naming that.
yeah, to release that kind of, cut me,
Mm-hmm.
to help me to fly. I believe I'm ready to fly, and
Mm-hmm.
so I want to cut off all those whatever it is down, that's holding me back.
Mm-hmm.
That I would love to do. And anybody that might be, I'm having any unforgiveness about or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
and
want to
release
do
the
that.
perfection around it, that it has to be the perfect episode or the perfect people have to be on it to start.
Yeah,
Just start
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
start somewhere.
Okay.
And then you
Yeah,
build up you'll build up an audience of people who want to listen to you, who will then
yeah,
share you with other people. So knowing
yeah,
what you want to talk about, what your
yeah.
topics are, and then
Yes,
going from there.
yes,
And getting the
yes,
right people. You don't have to do it alone. I think it was a while ago, Asia Sunrise. She was saying she wanted to do social media. And I was like, hire people. people do the stuff and people can help you and you don't have to stress out about it, right? So
Yes.
making a team of people
Yes.
who can help you with putting a podcast together. You might have the topics and the things you want to talk about, but you don't know maybe where to stream it, what the platforms are that you should use. And whatever else goes into making a podcast, but you can find someone who can help you and you can pay someone who can help you and get this off the ground. And that's
Yes.
what's on the other side of that, getting it off the ground and that feeling, whatever that feeling is that makes it so important to you to do, to make sure
Yes.
you do it, that's what's on the other side of it. And that's what's worth fighting for.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
I can't wait to listen to your first episode.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, Quasi, come on, everybody come off the front porch, come in the house. Stacy and Quasi, my favorite yogis. Come on in. Anyone else want to share before we go into our meditation itself? I'm going to get comfortable, breathe, let out all those fears of rejection, fear in general, fear of not getting it right, fear of perfection, um, fear and perfection. Actually, you can get rid of both of them. But taking the time to just think about and reflect on what you wrote. You said you wanted to throw in the fire today. And what's on the other side of that? Why is it so important for you to throw that into the fire? You're not just throwing anything in there for no reason. So why are you throwing it in? And why is it so important that you release it? What different version of yourself do you expect to see? What different ways do you expect yourself to show up now that this is released and this is removed, or that you are removing it from your life? So think about that.
All
All
right.
right. Hey,
One,
good.
we have one more share from Facebook, from Z Nionu. She says, "Thank you for sharing the story of your mom and the intuition when you begin to know what you, when you begin to know, you know that you know. Thank you."
Begin to know, that, yeah, gotcha. I think it's like when you know kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And that's great. And intuition is scary. Like if you don't know when it's coming, what it feels like, what to make of it, you sometimes you fumble it. To be honest, I've fumbled many opportunities where I knew it was intuition, and I'll say something told me it was you. You were telling you your intuition was telling you that, and you didn't listen. And then it's always like this grappling with, dang, I should have did what I knew I should have done, or I should have listened to myself. How many times have we said that? Literally, and that's what intuition is. I should have listened to myself. That was your intuition telling you to do that. And so growing that muscle, that's an area that I'm still growing myself, knowing when to know it's my voice or spirit or God or higher being and what to do with that. And so again, show yourself grace as you grow that muscle and you learn what that is. And like I said today, it might come up. You're like, I'm throwing this into the fire, I'm throwing that job into the fire, and then something completely different comes up. So receive it, allow that message to download, and think about what it was for. Why did it come up for you? Why did it supersede everything you thought you were going to throw into the fire and came up subconsciously to let you know that this is what you need to focus on? All right, so we're going to go into the meditation. And you can pull the slides back up, Malika. I think we're on make room. Oh, wait. Yeah, we did the right to the point. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna share now.
Hmm?
Continue.
All
Right.
right. So I need someone else to read. Who's going to read this next slide for us?
Are we on make room or are we going to another slide?
Yep. You're good. You're good. Perfect. All right.
I can read it.
All right. Great. That's Cassandra.
Grand Rising, yes.
No, that twang. I know that accent. Go ahead. I don't even need to see you. I can read it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make room as we move through our lives, growing, learning, and evolving. It's necessary that we let go of that which no longer serves us. We accumulate the debris from every past thought, action, and experience. We can be heavily weighted down by the burden of it all. Cord cutting allows us to create space. This space is that of possibilities, blessings, and potential.
Thank you,
Thank
Cassandra.
you.
Thank you. And what did you get from that? What does it mean for you to make room today as we cut the cords in your life? Or where have you seen the debris build up of things that have been occurring back to back, maybe that you haven't had the time to clear yourself of or to process and think about? And what does that impact on you now? And how can you release it for more opportunities?
Ooh, the first thing I can think of is hanging on to like clutter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a community organizer, so I have like loads of
Mm-hmm. Everything.
t-shirts and
Flags and pens
swag.
and
Oh
clipboards.
my gosh, and it's like taking over my small apartment. And
Mm-hmm.
so just and it happens, because especially during my busy time with events. So for me, I think cutting the cord is with the clutter is just like not hanging on to the stuff, getting rid of it, organizing it. That's another thing. Instead of just having it boxes thrown around or bins or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what it would mean for me.
Mm-hmm. Right. And it literally will make room in your
Yes.
house.
Yes,
Will
absolutely.
literally make room if you get those boxes out the way and organize everything.
Yeah.
Even just the flow of energy through your space would be different, right? I
Yes,
come
yes.
home and feel better. Like my house is clean, it's organized. I can flow through it the way I want to. I feel the energy differently and it's shifting. There's a lot of things on the other side of decluttering, right? We do it because, you want to have a clean house and you want to have the space set up the way you want to, but there's a lot that comes with that energetically, spiritually, mentally, right? If you're in an environment where it's not cluttered and you can think clearly, you can move
Hmm.
freely, it makes a big difference for productivity, for your spirit, for a lot of things.
Yes, and definitely declutter my mind as well.
Exactly.
It's definitely tied. It's
Yes.
connected.
It's a reflection at times of like what your mind looks
Yes.
like. I say that about the tabs and Quasi's out there in Facebook world somewhere laughing at me. But when we had the 7-day ritual, I always had all my tabs open. And I usually pull them out so people don't judge me. And I was like, that's all my tabs. That's how my brain looks. I'm pretty sure there's just a lot going on right now. But if
Hmm.
you close those tabs out, your computer runs faster. I'm thinking about this right now. Like my computer runs faster, productivity. I feel more organized. I know where I'm moving and going on the screen. I'm not looking for this document and that document, like my home, my environment, right? And so, like we said, it's a reflection of how we're thinking, and we can declutter both. That would be helpful. So,
Yes.
I hope you call the community over to help you organize.
Oh wow, that would be
Right? The community
I would
organizing
love
people.
that.
Y'all help me make this a mess.
Yes.
A few people that you wouldn't mind coming over, but asking for help is another area,
Hmm.
right? Because
Thank
sometimes that's
you.
why the decluttering never happens.
Yes.
I've had people that come in here like, I'm coming in and doing this, and that. And as uncomfortable as it might be, it got done and it needed to.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? So you can ask for help or whatever works for you. Have some people over, make it fun as well. It doesn't have to be a daunting thing either.
Yes.
To
Okay.
make room, make room, make room. All
Thank
right,
you.
awesome. Thank you. All right, next slide. All right, so now we are getting into our meditation, and we can go into our ritual where we're going to forgive, release, and let go because we're making room. We don't have time for all the other things that are piling up and the debris that's left on us, over us, on top of us, and we're not clearing ourselves. We're not processing. We're not getting it off and dusting off our shoulders. All that stuff stakes on you and stays on you. And today we're letting it go. So we can breathe freely, move freely, process, release, and come out on the other side, right? So that we're making that room today by way of this ritual. We're cutting the cord on whatever it is that's coming up for you. So you're going to get your supplies, like we said before. If you have a fire safe bowl, something that you can burn like a post-it or a piece of paper in. You can take the paper that you wrote on, you can burn that after if it's fitting for you. You can grab some crystals, sage, Palo Santo, anything you want to bring with you. I'm gonna grab my sage from the bathroom real quick as well. But if anything else you need to grab, please do. And then we're gonna go into the meditation and we'll come out right about the experience and we will then close out. All right, so give you all some time to grab your things. And Jametta, can you read what Stacy put in the chat? Please.
Yes.
Thank you for the belated birthday wishes, Florence. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it was on Friday. So I gotta learn to say 36 now.
All right. So while everyone is grabbing their materials, their
Me
paper,
too.
we're gonna go back and read some of the Facebook comments that are coming in. And Stacy has mentioned, hold on a second. Just left. Stacy had a few. Hold on, let me go back down. All right.
Yeah, I know there's a lot to say outside on the porch there.
I am throwing. So Stacy says, I am throwing being small into the fire. When I release it today, I have moves made towards my visions. I am powerful. What that looks like is my show. It's hitting the ground. It has feet. I have structure in place to fulfill it. I have people in place today for accountability and to bounce my ideas off of. I will start writing out my guest roster. I have many thoughts of the places and people, and I'll write it out today. Powerful, Stacy. And she's also invited anyone to join her team.
Right.
If you want to
I was yelling, all right, Stacy from the living room.
see.
Yes, Stacy, and bringing that energy into the space. Thank you. Let's see. All right. You are powerful, Stacy. Thank you for these words and laying the foundation to get us started. And actually, we can all go off camera in a bit. I'm just gonna clear my space so I have my sage. It's wrapped up in some lavenders, some pretty I got for Christmas. So I'm gonna burn this just to clear my space. You can do whatever works for you in your space. My feather is over there somewhere. I don't got it together this morning, but it's all about intention. Also want to share that people feel like they have to be perfect and like things a certain way and go in a certain direction. And I didn't say this right, and I didn't do this long enough, and I didn't close my eyes tight enough during the meditation. Please be gentle with yourselves. And it's all about intention, like I said. If you mean well, if you go in there meaning, knowing what you want to declare for yourself and over yourself, that's what matters. So I'm just declaring that I'm clearing the space of any energy that does not belong here, and I bind and banish you and send you back to where you came from, and I receive good energy, bringing into this space. Bringing into this space positive energy like we played earlier. Working from my crown on the way down. And this is another way that you can clear yourself at the beginning and the end of the day of that debris, people's problems, your problems, the world's problems all on us, sticking to us every day. Clear yourself and release some of that energy on a daily basis. And that's for me as well. And I haven't been doing that, and it sits on you and it's heavy, right? So you have to release your stuff, some other people's stuff, and that's all right. All right. I'll keep this going. And I always tell people, I don't have it with me now. Palo Santo is a good replacement for the sage. The sage is like, it's going to clear out the space. But the Palo Santo brings back those good spirits and the sweet smell and everything into the space as well, or anything else you'd like to bring into your space. Next slide. All right, so we can, again, grab all your stuff. If you don't have it, fire safe bowl, lighters, in a space where you won't get distracted by the kids busting in the door, trying to see what you're doing and messing up your ritual. A pen and some paper. And we can go to the next slide. Let's see. All right, so we cleanse our space. You can gather some crystals if you want to bring and hold space with you. You get into a meditative position, whether you want to lay down, you want to sit up straight, wherever you feel comfortable. And then we're going to think of that thing, person, place, idea, thought, habit that we no longer want to attach ourselves to and that we want to let go with love and light in this meditation. So we're going to get ready. I'm going to cue the music up. We can get off screen. And everybody just relax as we go into our meditation. All right. Can we all hear? Yeah, I speak over the music. You give a thumbs up. Admin, let me know how I sound. My mic sound nice.
And my mic sounds nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thank you. All right. So again, get comfortable if you can. I know it's early morning. Some of us are getting ready for work or school. Face the cold if you're on the East Coast. And you can still meditate. You can think while you're walking to the train and try to clear your head. Whatever that looks like for you right now is perfect. If you're home and you're able to sit up or you're able to lay down, get comfortable, look at your toes. Either way, if you're laying down, you're sitting up, put your hands, both hands on your belly. As you breathe in, feel your belly extending. Let it go all the way out. Nobody's looking. Just let your belly push all the way out. As you exhale, feel that stretch. And so as we breathe, we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and then release it for 6 seconds. We'll do that now. And let out a deep sigh. Whatever comes up for you, let that out at the end of that 6 seconds. So here we go. We're breathing in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it out for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I hope you allowed yourself to freely let out what was in you. Do it like no one's looking. And allow your body the opportunity to release by design the way it wants to. If it's a soft, that's yours. If it's a, ah, let that out too. Let that out too. Breathe in another 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 4, 2, 1, and release for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it exhale out. I want you to think back to a space. Maybe you're on the beach. We can go there together. We're walking on the beach, and it's nice and warm outside. The complete opposite of what we're experiencing right now. If you're in the tri-state area, I want you to feel the sun on your face and walk up to the water and feel the water in between your toes. And steadily walking. What is that sun doing to your skin right now? Is it heating you up in the moment? Do you feel certain parts of your body cooling off from the water that you're walking in? Maybe you want to kick the water around a little bit, be playful, not so serious right now. You're walking and you see the beautiful animals, birds, outside butterflies, the trees going with the wind. Any direction the wind wants it to blow, the trees are going, and you are too. Enjoying this blissful moment of freedom, of the element of water and the flow, the ebb and flow of it, and the heat that the sun provides us all naturally. We take this in now. And remember to breathe our way through this meditation. So breathe in again for 4 seconds and hold for 5, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 4, 2, 1. Release for 6 and let out. Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you're playing in the water. You're by yourself. Maybe you want to put some of the water on your face and cool yourself off. Run it through your hair if you can. Run it through your fingers, wiggle your toes. Be through to your toes in this water. What island are you on? Where did you come to have this conversation, to declare this ritual? And as you continue to walk down the beach, you're staying in the water maybe, or maybe you want to get out and feel the sand between your toes, the sinking feeling of the sand pulling you down, and you working your leg muscles to get through the sand, pumping through it. Or you kicking your way through the water, and you're thinking to yourself how good this feels in this moment. You feel good in this moment. Remember what good felt like or feels like? Or maybe this is your first time experiencing that goodness of who you are by yourself in this moment. Take that in. Take that in at the moment. What's good right now? Air in your skin, water, sunlight. Maybe you feel grounded. Maybe you don't. Maybe you feel free and elevated. Whatever it is. What does good feel like for you right now? So as you settle into this tranquil, this beautiful scenery, the trees and the birds and the butterflies that nature God has provided, the water, the sun kissed it, you feel this cool breeze and you feel an essence come about. And you realize that in the corner of your eye, you notice that there's an entity that represents a habit, a thought, an idea that does not serve you. Or you see a person who you're ready to cut ties with, or you're ready to cut the cord with, coming up towards you. Take a second to identify who that person is or what that see that shape, that vision is for you. What's coming up? What's coming up? And remember that cutting these cords doesn't mean that you don't love the person. Doesn't mean that you don't want them in your life. You don't want to survive the speech today. Doesn't mean that it's all over. There's certain parts of our relationship that we might need to cut the cord on, right? And so be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with this person. If it is fun, as you have this conversation. And remember that in this space, this is your space. You're loved, you're supported, and you're safe here. So you stand up and you meet this person, and as you stand up, you notice that there's a thick cord connecting the two of you. And for some of us, it might be that we're connected at a heart chakra or a root in our solar plexus. What transpired between you and this person? How did you get caught up this way? How did you get so attached in such an unhealthy way that no longer serves you? Where did this thought come from if it's not a person? Who put this thought in your head? Who told you you weren't good enough? Who put that fear in your heart that's stopping you to this day from tapping into the gifts that you were given, the assignments that you were given, and that's stopping us from experiencing all of you? Who did that? Where did that come from? When did it start? How old were you? Think back. Remember a time when you were young, you were all organized and you had everything together and you had all your assignments in on time and procrastination. Like, where did that come from? What shifted in your life to bring that about? Who told you you couldn't create a podcast because you weren't good enough or you didn't have the right people? Face these people, these thoughts now or anything. Who silenced you in the past? This is the time to reclaim that power in that moment and feel all the feels, any hurt, any rejection, any pain, any emotional drainage that you experience of this person, what you've allowed to happen. And that sounds hard to sometimes understand or to hear, but what did you allow this whole time? And what can you take back in this moment? What did you allow to transpire and continue to go on? Where were the times when you could have spoken up and you didn't? Things you could have said that you didn't. This is the time now in front of this person, this entity, this thought, this low vibration in front of you. Speak to it, call out to it, say what you have to say in this moment. What do you have to say? Allow yourself to have this moment of liberation, of freedom, crying out, yelling out, saying what you never got to say before, speaking up, advocating, use your throat chakra, whatever it is. This is the time to do that. Your feelings are valid and real. Keep breathing. Breathe through any tears, any confusion. We know how it can get when we talk to people. Bringing something else up or distracting from what you're saying and bringing up old things. This is your time. Hold your space. Hold your space in this moment and say what you want to say. Continue to hold your space. Continue to release your breath and breathe in and exhale in this moment. And as you dry your face, if you're crying, tears are vibration. We say in this space, you can mop it, but don't stop it. Let that out. Let your body release. That's what this is all about. Releasing the debris, the buildup, the hurt, the pain that sits in different parts of our bodies, the aches, the dis-ease. Let it out. You're freeing yourself up at this moment. And after you said what you said, you turn around and you realize that an ancestor appears to present you with a magnificent, mighty, heavy golden sword. This is your tool for today. This heavy golden sword that they worked hard to put together just for you. Just for you to harness their power today. Feel the weight of it in your hands as they hand it over to you. Feel the love, the intention behind it. This is for you. This is yours, and you always have access to it whenever you need it. To cut cords on things that do not serve you. And as you get this sword in your hand, you feel the weight of it. You face this person, this entity, this thought, this low vibration, whatever that looks like in your mind's eye right now. That's what you're looking at. And you say to them, I forgive you. The energetic ties between us no longer serve me. And I demand that they be cut. So repeat after me again. Look them in the eye or fill out whatever this vision is that holds on to low vibration you're carrying, cutting the cord on today. And you say, I forgive you. The energetic ties between us no longer serve me. And I demand that they be cut. Think about the power in the word forgiveness. That forgiveness isn't for them, that's for you. That's yours to move forward. That's yours to restart, to reground, to reclaim, to remind yourself that I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. and I don't have to work through anything that does not serve me. I can keep that in my life. You don't have to do that. So again, looking at them, you say, I forgive you. The energetic ties between us no longer serve me. They may never ever serve me, right? And I demand that they be cut. So you raise your sword over your head and you feel the weight in your hand and you tap into the energy and the power of the ancestor and you come down, severing the ties between you and that person, that thought, that place, that thing, that low vibration. And you reclaim your power, come down on it, cut through it, whatever it is. And you realize that everything is fine and whole after the cord has been cut. Like I said before, you can still be people in your life that you love and see every day, work with every day, play with every day. They're parts of your relationship that do not serve you, that you know need to be cut. So you can do this without hurting anyone in the physical, spiritual, any way, really. But where the energy comes in, that's where it's cut. And that's where you sever those ties. The ones that have been draining you every day. Listening to other people's stories or feeling the impact of them on your life. You don't have to go through that anymore. You don't have to go through that anymore. Neither of you are bleeding. No one was injured. There's no pain in this cord cutting. And you watch as those cords retract and they seal. And you send this person away of love and forgiveness. And you can use this whenever you feel the need to pull out that sword and cut the cord on things that no longer serve you as they come up. Now that you know that you have this tool and what to do with it, it's always here for you. Whoever the ancestor is came today, they're always here for you. Again, like I said before, you don't have to do it. Allow this to help you cut the cord on things that don't allow you to live the life you want to design for yourself. That's your birthright. So feel free to use this and modify it in any way that works for you. But as right now, we're going to send our person off, our thoughts, our vibrations off, our light. Go back on our way to cool water. Okay. And I hope breathing. Let that sigh out again. So you breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 5. Release 6. So let's go. Deep breath in, 4 seconds. 2, 1. Release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm sorry. So the release for 6. All good. And let out that sigh. And slowly come back to us. I know you don't want to leave the sun or the nice breeze coming from the air. And let's not forget the see-through water looking at our food. Gotta come back. As you do, bring this new version of yourself with you. that same version of yourself who wasn't afraid to speak up in this moment to whoever it is you were speaking to or whatever it was. Bring bring them back. Bring them back here with us. You've got work to do. And I'm complete. And let's all come back on camera if we can. Slowly. If you're ready. All right. So I hope everybody's back with me and lose anybody. And everybody's still on the beach. I know it's tempting. Please come back. We need to talk about your experience. And thank you, Cassandra, for letting me know that the music wasn't playing at first. I hope that you heard it after a while. All right, Cynthia, you back from the beach? Glad to have you back. So yeah, sometimes we lose some people, go different places, and the beach is where it's hard to get them back. So thank you all for going on that that meditation with us. If you went, and if not, all good. If you had to stop in the water and it's like, I see him, I see her, I'm not going there right now, not this morning, not ready. All good. But now you have the tools, you have the meditation to go back and do this on your own. So I would love to hear what some things came up for people. We do have another slide and we are going to wrap up soon, I promise. So Malika, can you bring the slide back up?
Dan, you're making me cry.
Oh, wait, let's pause. Where are you? Hold on.
Well, I left
Oh,
the.
there you are. I'm like looking for your thing. Okay, no, let's pause. What's going on? Something came up for you?
Yes, I didn't realize I had so much pent up emotions and so many
Yeah.
things. I was like, oh wow, no ways. I was not prepared for this. All of this.
No way that was living inside of me. Yeah, exactly.
No,
I'm
but
glad that you took the time to
thank you.
acknowledge it. Mhm.
Thank you for this. This was very important. I didn't know I needed this. And then thank you so much for sharing. Let me share this.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me pull up my slides. Hold on. Take your time. I appreciate you being authentic and sharing that something came up for you. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? So let's take 2 minutes to come out of this meditative state and journal about a few things that came up for us. What did you declare? You said you were going to throw in a fire. This is always the best part for me. And then what really happened, right? What was that experience like for you? Emma, like, are you good with the slides? We're gonna go back to the right, writing to the point, the next one.
All right. Let me just go back to that quickly. Let me go back. Sorry.
No, you're good. Is that the next one? Oh, sorry. Actually, let's go to the next slide. Sorry.
Okay. So this one.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So we can go here and then we'll go into the journaling. So a part of the cord cutting was that we said we were going to burn any intentions that we wanted to throw in the fire. And some of this we already went through. So the forgiveness piece, like I said, forgiveness is for you. Every time I read, I forgive you, and I'm not necessarily doing the meditation, but I feel the power that the word forgive, um, that it harnesses. It's like I'm holding on to this and I'm releasing it now for me. I'm letting go of that power for myself to be free. And so I forgive you. You're no longer going to hold on to me. And then there's a freedom that comes with that. And I'm not quite sure if that makes much sense, but I feel it in my body, like the forgiveness piece and how freeing that is for me. And already starting this ritual out, doing something that is taking care of self. So we went through the forgiveness and saying, I forgive you. The energetic ties between us no longer serve me, and I demand that they be cut. And so what we can do now is take a piece of paper and we can write out our new intentions, our new things we're going to throw into the fire. Now that we're on the other side, maybe something else came up for you or it didn't, and you can keep it on that paper. And we're going to declare that we are releasing that today. Ha, I almost picked up a bill. I like to release that, that's for sure. We had this bill. Let me see where my post-it went. I dropped on the floor. Okay. So yes, if you have anything you want to write down, any intentions, you can write that now, or you can use the one you had before, and we're gonna burn it.
I'm sorry, Coach. Are we writing what came up for us during the meditation?
You can write that if that's something you want to release. So this is what we're writing now is what we're okay with burning and releasing.
Okay, so
And
what
then
we're
we're
burning.
journaling about it, yes. And then we're journaling about the experience after this. So this is still
Okay.
part of the ritual. So what came up for you? Maybe it was a person, a low vibrational thought. So you might want to write that down and then burn it in the fire, like perfectionism or what are some things that procrastination, maybe an ex or a way that they were or being, releasing exposure, right? So exposing ourselves to expand ourselves, like having to be exposed. We were talking about the decluttering, and I said that sometimes I have to have someone come over and just come in and say, I'm doing this for you. It's hella uncomfortable and a weird place to be in, but on the other side of that, I received help, right? And so maybe I have to expose myself in a certain area to get the help that I need. Or maybe I have to have a certain conversation with someone now that I've had this meditation and I'm cleared now on what I need to say to them because I was able to say it in my meditation, right? So I'm maybe you're letting go of the fear. Whatever that is, you're gonna write it down on your paper that you are forgiving, that you are saying has no it serves you no purpose now. And then we're going to go into the burning part, which is going to cut the cords between us. And when we say, I release you, that's when we're going to start burning it. So maybe 1 minute to write down what you are releasing. And you could drop it in the chat as well, or you can come on mute. If you want, you can come on screen. We can burn together. It's always a good look to have us all without fire. And remember, fire creates and it can destroy, it can restore, it could do so many things, right? So it doesn't mean it's the end all be all as well. If it's a person and you're like, I really don't want to let them go. Like I said before, you could just be cutting the ties on different parts of that person and how they show up and how they're being. It doesn't have to be the whole relationship or the whole person. Okay. So what are some things that we're releasing? Or that you said that you were releasing in the beginning and you still want to release that now? What are some of those things? And Cynthia, you can give us one.
Um, so
Maybe a day. Yeah.
what came up for me was
Mhm.
not what I put down.
I know.
It is not what I put
What
down.
came up for
Um,
you?
it was actually a moment with a fifth grade teacher,
Mm-hmm.
um, where he just made me feel small and insignificant and less than. And I never spoke about it. I never mentioned it to my mother. I never said anything. Um, so yeah, I'm complete.
And so is that like small feeling? How has that impacted you? He came up for a reason. Fifth grade, and right now, in this moment, you're cutting the cord. Where did that come from? It must have been maybe
I think
lingering.
that
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Well, it is a moment that has come up before,
Mm-hmm.
at different times, and I know that it has affected me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, sugar. See, now I gotta go into the story. I didn't want to go into the fudging story.
You
At
can give us
that
a quick
time, my
story.
parents was my parents had just broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a year or two. My mom was single. It was a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
To the
with
shifting
no
family dynamics.
father figure. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Like all of that. So now there's more work to do in therapy. Coach Shan, like what?
You're welcome. Come on, keep it. You're here with us. You're in the seat now, so you gotta keep going.
um, it
It's you're doing the work. Listen, and the work found you. I didn't. You said procrastination. You said all
no,
the
no,
things,
it's
and then your
definitely
fifth grade
it
teacher
is
came up.
definitely something. Yeah, it's carried over. It has definitely carried over into other areas.
Mm-hmm.
Me not recognizing it. And in the last few years, with especially being in this space and again in other spaces and in therapy and all of that, at least now I'm able to identify and acknowledge it
Mm-hmm.
and not just push it back down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Take a deep breath. And I've never said that in a ritual before. I've never said, who said that to you? Who did this to you? Like it something's
Yeah.
it was like someone needed to hear something from their childhood was being triggered. And it might not just have been you, but it's like this person might not come up in the like right now, but it might have been someone from your past who started this low vibrational feeling in you. And I even thought back to myself of like when I felt like I was silenced, I used to not get math right fast enough for my dad. He's a math genius. And I'd stutter. He's like, come on, Shan, you can't get it. You can't. No, I can't get it. And then I just stopped. He never told me to stop talking. He never silenced me, but he silenced me in a way. And I just was like, I would just stop talking to people. I'd freeze in a moment, still now to this day. And I can go back to that day doing math problems. And I knew that that's where it started. And so, so many of us, our little girls and little boys, are out here trying to figure it out in our adult bodies. But it's lingered for so long that it becomes natural and we get used to it. But that's not the adult version of ourselves. That's little Shan, like, Dad, slow down. Give me a second. Let me think. Is it okay to think? To
Yeah.
process? No, you gotta be
Yeah.
as smart as me in this. But I am. But it doesn't look like you're smart. Because I could have said, no, I'm not as smart as you in math. No, maybe my smart looks different. And maybe you look different to that teacher. And it's like that doesn't make you or break you who you are. Whatever he said to make you feel small. And you still feel small. Right?
Yeah.
And
At certain spaces,
yeah,
at certain times, I
impact the
definitely
word.
feel small.
Mhm.
Definitely. Um,
Do you want
yeah,
to share? Do
small,
you
less
want to
than,
share?
not enough.
Right. What did you want to share what he said or how he said it? Whatever you're comfortable with to allow you to process.
It was we were taking a city exam test, and at that time, hi, Coach Shan. Okay, at that time we were barely going to school. Like we were barely going to school. My mom was going through it, and we were barely going to school. And we went to I went to class, fifth grade, I believe it was, or either fourth grade, and I had a question, and I went up and I asked my question and I didn't hear him clearly the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And this man proceeded to scream in my ear
Hmm.
his response. And nothing bad, but I had always, first of all, you're barely in school, so all the attention is on you
Mm-hmm.
when you show up.
Look who came to class today. Right. Right.
You
But you
know,
don't
like,
know
look, yeah, like who came, look who, and
you don't know why I've been missing class at home.
you don't know why they're missing class. You don't think to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think to maybe make a home visit. You don't think to
Mm-hmm.
have empathy and some grace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that that um
And what did he
I
say
had
in your ear? What did he scream in your ear?
I had no idea how much, again, because of what was happening around me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what even made it so impactful because of everything else. It was like the cherry on top of the sundae. It
Mm-hmm.
was like the sprinkles of chaos on top of chaos on top of
Mm-hmm.
chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. And the adults in your life, they're supposed to be there, hold space for you, make sure you're safe, make sure you're loved. Your mom and dad are still figuring things out. Your teacher's saying things that you don't need to hear at the moment and didn't try to help you. You're thinking of this probably, I don't know if you're thinking of this as an adult or as a kid, like as a kid, like you didn't even want to visit. You didn't want to check in, see if I was okay? You know, the first thing
Nothing.
you did
It
was
was
yell at me.
just, yeah, like nobody. And
Mm-hmm.
again, back then it wasn't like the way it is now. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you miss some days of school and they send somebody to your house. It wasn't like that.
Right.
Um, so wow, I never knew how deep that went because then my sister and I went to live with an aunt and uncle, and the uncle wasn't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he was sometimes hurtful with his words, not very much like innuendo. And if you weren't really paying attention, you wouldn't have caught it.
Mm-hmm.
But being 14 and sensitive to everything
Mm-hmm.
with no therapy,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know,
So
instead of a
everything.
therapist, they get you tutors. Like it makes sense
Yeah, don't
now.
be
Like,
smart. Don't be smart on top of it. It's like, okay, girl, whatever, but let's make sure you keep up the good grades and all the things
right, like that was important.
while life is
So
going on. Right.
yeah. So wow.
So let's pause. Let's live in that wow for a second. Pause for a second. Seriously. Because it's hitting you, and that's
hmm
good. It's okay. Breathe, please. And we're breathing with you. Because I'm glad that this came out in a space where you're loved and can be held up and supported. That's why it happened now. By design. It's divine.
By design.
You weren't by
Everything is by
yourself. You
design.
had this thought of your teacher, verbally attacking you. And now you have all these hearts on the screen. Have us reminding you that we love you and that you're enough. And little Cynthia is more than enough. Little Cynthia, you good out there? You hear that you're good? Little Cynthia. I I told you it's not for us, right? So take that in and breathe through it. We
I
say
don't think we realize. See, because you know, when you start therapy, they start talking about the inner child, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. Like, really, this goes all the way back to then. Like, this really, really, really goes back to when you're a kid, like a kid.
the root. Yeah.
Oh my God. And so
Mhm.
during the meditation, there were so many things I wanted to cut, like the version of my old self. Like I cut
Mhm.
energetic ties with that old version of myself because I am no longer
Right.
that person. And if you, okay, this is a plug-in. If you have not done Be the Tree, you better go get registered.
Like,
Like you better at least do an intro session.
there's a
I
plug for that at
promise you,
the end. Yes.
between therapy and Be the Tree and Wild and all the programs on
All
the
those
spirit of the woman.
Cynthia's always crying through all of them.
Oh my
It's a great
God.
cry. It's a great cry and release, and that's what I love for you. And watching you, that exchange of energy, it makes me feel safe to do it
Oh,
too. It makes me
thank you.
feel vulnerable and able to do it too. So thank you, Cynthia. And what's on the
No,
other
thank
side
you.
of this? I know you said all these things, da, 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 da. I'm gonna release all this stuff. What did you end up cutting the cord on? And what does that
Those
feel like on the
moments,
other side?
those exact moments those moments, because I am there.
Mm-hmm.
When they come up, I am there. I am little Cynthia. I am in the moment. I am not a grown woman with two kids who have graduated college,
Mm-hmm.
who had, like, I am not. I am not. I am literally, I
Little
feel
girl again.
I am in the room. I am that little girl. And so that's what I wrote down. I wrote down those two moments and how they made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
How
I'm
does she
complete.
feel now? How does
How do
little,
I feel now?
no, how does little Cynthia feel now? And what would you tell her in the moment? If you could walk up to her in that moment when he's yelling in her ear, what would you say to her?
Dang it, coach. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're so good. You're
I'm
good. You
saying
gotta
also
brush your
what I
left
want
hand
for
up.
me. I want Big Me to jump in and say something
Um,
too. But take
I
your time.
I oh my God. I would walk up to her and tell her,
Breathe. Plus, you don't have to answer right away.
yes, let it roll off of you like water off a duck's back.
Mhm.
It felt like when I was writing it down that he screamed in my ear. It felt like when he screamed it in my ear, it went all the way down to the tips of my toes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would tell her, oh, honey, if possible, encase your mind and your soul and your spirit so you don't take this in. Like the protection has to start so early
Mm-hmm.
of our mind. Because when you're 8, you don't recognize that.
And you did just that. You took it all in, and then it
You
stayed
took
in.
it all in. Yeah, you take it all in. And I would tell her, oh, honey, oh, I would hug.
Exactly. Sometimes all you need is a hug.
Sometimes, yeah, there are no words. I think I would just hug her.
There was so
I
much
think I would
chaos.
hug her.
So
And
much
I think I
chaos
would
going
hug her like if oh my God, I saw myself hugging her like if there was bullets flying
on.
and I'm hugging
Protect.
her that way to protect her from the bullets that are coming.
And so Ron replaced her
Mm.
with me. I'm hugging me. So instead of saying her, what are you doing with me? I'm protecting me. I'm hugging me in this moment. You can say that.
Mm.
Try it. Instead of saying her, it's
Oh
you.
my God, there have been times
Yeah.
that I hug myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned to hug myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned that. Um, well, thank you, Coach. This is a whole therapy session live on Facebook and every day, everybody, everywhere.
Florence, I got your first episode, Florence, for you. We got a podcast going on the
I'm
internet for you.
telling you for real. Like seriously. Again, to be able to identify,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to identify where that feeling of why do you feel less than? Why do
Exactly.
you feel silly and stupid when you ask a question? Like why? Where does that come from?
Yeah. And a lot
You
of it
know,
starts from childhood. So I'm glad you were able to go back.
mm,
Mhm. It could be yesterday, it could be a few years ago, but a lot of the times it starts in our childhood
yeah,
by adults who
by adults.
right, we say should on ourselves in here, who should love on us, who should protect us, who should make the house visits, who should speak nicely and lovingly to us. And all of the adults in your life were in their own chaos. So how are they going to help you? Even if you did go home and tell your mom, she probably didn't have the strength to help you in that moment. She's dealing with a divorce, a breakup, and raising kids and going to work and and being a woman
Yeah.
herself. It's all that going on, right? And so the grace for yourself and those who are around you, and we're gonna put him into the fire. We're running out of time, but we're gonna put him in the fire. I'm gonna put him in the fire for you if you don't, Mr. Whatever. He could be Mr. X to me. Know what I mean? But we're going to take our intention. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for graciously and vulnerably sharing in the space with us today. And for the little kids inside of us who are like, yeah, me too. I want her to fix that too.
Thank you to all of you for holding space for me. And I am so grateful and I am complete.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And sister, I was thinking about you and your teacher story, and you put it in the chat and how I think you said the nun was mean to you and popped you with the ruler, something they did, or said something rude to you. And I'm sorry that y'all had to have those experiences. I think most of us have had a teacher or two who come out the side of their face and say things they didn't need to say, and just adults in general. But again, like I said, it's stemming from there. It shows up as we are who we are as adults. A lot of times that's where it is. And then we can hone into that and have those conversations with little Cynthia and little Shan about, no, you can speak up in that moment. No, that teacher was wrong for saying that the way that they said it. They would have dealt in the situation and could have handled it differently. Right. And so taking those moments and processing them. So let's move on with the minute. The ritual and close out. Thank you again, Cynthia. And I'm so glad to see your release and just the way you process that. And I hope that it means something for little Cynthia and for yourself moving forward. So Malika, can you put the slides back up? We're gonna close out with our ritual and cut the ties on this officially. And then we will go. All right. Yeah. And if you want, you can put in the chat just for the sake of time who was the ancestor that came to support you and why you think they came in particular. Maybe they helped you deal with a certain somebody who came up that you were cutting the cord with, and they were, someone who was supportive or kept you grounded in that conversation or with that person in real life, and they came over and handed you needed to guys with them. And we did this with Cynthia. Did you cut the cord on what you declared before we went into the ritual? If not, why do you think that is? And what new purpose, energies, or possibilities are you making room for? And what daily practice can you commit to today that will support you in a new version of you after this release? So if you want to keep cutting cords, you want to keep journaling and answering these questions and then burning them and setting them free, you could do that as well, whatever feels right and works for you. So, Malika, can you go back to the previous slide? And we're going to get our paper out and write on it. So Mr. X is going in the slide for me. Oh my God, Cynthia. So again, you have your paper. We're going to start with the first part around forgiveness. You repeat after me. Then we're going to release. I'll start it and you can jump in as I'm reading it. If you want to come off mute, please do join me. It's great to have your voices in the space. And then share what you replace it with. And then we'll send it out with love, light, and forgiveness. And then we'll head out. And thank you all for the extra time. Didn't expect to be here this long, but it's all perfect and needed to be done. So thank you for hanging out longer. All right. So forgiveness. I forgive you. The energetic ties between us no longer serve me. And for some of us, I said it during the meditation, the energetic ties between us never served me. And I demand that they be cut.
I demand that they be cut.
And they be cut.
The energetic ties between us no longer serve me.
Serve
And I
me,
demand
and I
that they be
demand
cut.
that they be cut.
I release all ties to these experiences. I release all ties to these experiences energetically, on a cellular level,
Ooh.
spiritually, right? That's deep.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, and physically. I
Mm.
thank you and I forgive you and I release
Yeah,
you.
release you.
And so it is.
So it is.
Sometimes
I
we
I
need
release
release
all the
all
ties to these
ties to these
experiences,
experiences
and
energetically, on a
energetically,
cellular
on a
level,
cellular level, spiritually,
spiritually,
mentally, and
mentally,
emotionally,
Emotionally,
and
emotionally,
physically.
and
Thank
physically.
you. I
physically.
forgive
Thank
you.
you. I
I
I
forgive
release
forgive
you.
you.
you,
And
I
so it
release
is.
you.
you,
I release
and
you.
And
so it
so it is.
So it is. Okay,
Energetically,
amen.
cellular, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. I thank you. I forgive you.
And sometimes you have to say, thank you for coming into my life and teaching me that lesson. You had a purpose and I didn't know it until I knew it. Right. And so thank you. I forgive you, but I release you.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say it here now, it is. And
So
what are you
it is.
replacing this with? What are you replacing this with? Your fire creates, it destroys and it creates. What are you replacing it with?
Of love.
Love. What's in our bowl? Love. What else?
Empowerment.
Empowerment. Empowerment. What's in our
Taking my
bowl?
power back.
Take your power back.
Yes.
Reclaim your
Mm-hmm.
power. Yes. What else are we
Mm-hmm.
taking back? What's in this bowl? Motivation,
Freedom.
freedom, liberation,
Yes.
time,
Courage.
courage,
Courage. I
my
shed.
bowl.
Hey,
gold,
sweetness and courage. Yeah.
beautiful, kindness, encouragement,
Clarity.
love,
Clarity.
humanity,
Humanity.
humility.
Humanity.
Shade. Thank you all. So I am complete, and we are sending this off with love, light, and forgiveness for ourselves. Remember, this is for ourselves. Thank you all for being here and going on this journey with me and for opening up with me. And I look forward to the podcast. I look forward to Cynthia not procrastinating and what's on the other side of that. All the projects and the things that you'll do. And everyone else, even if you didn't share in the space today, I know that Spirit will let us know that you did it, that you got it, and that you are following through with on the other side of this cord cutting. So again, thank you all, and I'm complete.
Thank you, Shan, for such an amazing session. Thank you, for something we all needed, especially going to the new year. I mean, we're already here, but just to set the intention for this year.
Thank you so much, Coach Shantel. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming forward so powerfully. Even though I only caught the last 10 minutes, what a powerful, shifting 10 minutes that was.
Thank you, sister. Sister's about to start the love shower before the love shower started. Thank you. I just want to thank you, Shan, for all of this. I love it. I saw you come into the space and I felt your energy. And then I thought about you when Cynthia was talking about the teacher. It was all divine. I hope you received something from her story as well for your own empowerment and getting through that situation for yourself. Because like we said, those little kids are still inside of us, looking for an answer to it, looking for restoration for what happened. Right? So thank you, Cynthia, again. And you can keep in touch with me. There's my phone number. We're gonna drop it in the chat. And then this is my Instagram. I haven't been on here so long. And my email if you want to reach out for any questions, comments, concerns, services, partnering on anything, collaborating. And then my website is here too, bravehearthealth.com. All right, next. Where are we? Oh, and also I want to give a shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany and I were supposed to do this together, and she was not feeling well this morning. And I just want to thank her for being a yes to being in partnership with me and for being here with me in spirit and for providing us with some of those journal prompts. She was on it and we were ready to go. And we're also going to do a new series together, but I'll hold out on that since she's not with me. So you got to wait till next month. So me and Tiffany are going to be together, bringing all our amazingness into the space as well. So just encouraging you all to work together, facilitators, if you are already facilitating in this space, who can you work with and partner with to make more amazing woo sessions come to be and have fun with it as well. Tiffany is a sister, a friend of mine, and I love the fact that we can work together and do something even better and more incredible and tap into our gifts. So think about who that could be for you and then bring that into this space for us so we can experience all that you both have for a space. And we continue to have these conversations by way of the love offerings and the donations that come in through Woo. And so today's session was hashtag 1553 TMSG. So that's why you see TM for Tiffany Martin. Oh, sorry, it's Tiffany Matthias. That's another Tiffany I know. And so you can send your love offerings for today's session. And remember that money is an energy exchange. It stands for my own natural energy yield. And so whatever was exchanged here today, you want to put that back out into the universe and let that be out there so that it's an exchange of what you want to receive, what you know you can receive, what your birthright is to receive, your inheritance, by putting that out there and sharing it with others. And so making sure that we have this platform to have these conversations and look at the breakthroughs that we had this morning before 9 o'clock. How many spaces do you get to do that and communities you can say you do that in, right? So we got to continue to have the space for us and by us. Next, I'm sorry, you can use Zelle or Cash App, and that information is in the chat. You can also send us increments of different donations throughout the month, and you will have it taken out of your account the same time every month if you hit one of these links. And you're constantly contributing to Woo Nation that way and keeping it going, making sure that we have the resources to provide the services every day that we are on Woo. So thank you in advance for your love offerings. Next. All right, so you heard a few of us talking about Be the Tree and Sister that and my sister, myself, and cohort this and that. I'm cohort 12. Woo, woo, woo. So many of us are sisters in Inspire Design. And then we come back and we volunteer. We're in spaces like this. We can't get enough of Spirit of a Woman. So we invite you. I'm holding the space for me and my sisters in the space. And here go Yogisha coming off the porch at the end. Me and my sisters want to invite you to an intro session. And it's called an intro session, not an info session, because we want you to have an introduction to what a session would really be like, what you would experience, the type of questions you'd be asked, the way we would probe you into, like with Cynthia. She's like, oh, come on, coach. It's like, I'm just asking you questions that you probably already have the answers to. but no one has sat down with you maybe to process it and work through it. And that's what we do in that session, to go through the three phases of motherhood and see how you've shown up through these phases of womanhood, of womanhood, as a young lady, how you are now, if you are on your mother phase like myself, which I think is 27 to 60, and then 60, you're a sage. And so where are you? How are you showing up? Or how do um these different ways of being as women? You could be a crone in 36, you can act like a crone or a sage, right? You have old spirit and those traits come up and show up. And then maybe you're a sage and you act like a maiden, right? It's like, I'm young and spirited at heart, can't nobody tell me nothing. So we're looking at the ways in which we show up in that, in those phases of womanhood. And there are some sessions coming up. We'll also have more dates, but the next one is January 29th on Thursday with Coach Charmaine. And then we'll put some more dates on the Calendly, but you can take a picture of this QR code right here. And you can also use the link that's in the chat. But you'll definitely want to join Cohort 24, Spring 2026 already. It's an amazing program to be a part of and to remain a part of. So I did my program, I think, in 2016, and I'm still here and around. And the networking that comes with it, the sisterhood that comes with it, is just beyond compare and measure. So at least try it out, take a look, join us for an intro session, and we'll follow up with you and see if you're interested. And we'll start in March of this year. So March 9th to June 29th. Next, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Malika. I did a lot of talking today.
Oh, and we heard you. We heard you loud
Our
and
voice is going in and out, in and out.
uh,
Thank you.
all right. So on Wednesday, the 28th of January, we have a session facilitated by Cheyenne Maracano, and the title is Genealogy Starter Kit. And on Thursday, 29 January, we have a session facilitated by Dr. Danae Bean. Hope I said her name right. The title is The Power of Pause. The Power of Pause, Digesting Life, Stress, and Aging in Overstimulated Times. So hopefully we'll see you at those sessions. You know, every time we're together, it's a good time and it's a good vibe. And
They're both sisters. Just
oh,
saying.
they're both sisters.
Yes, Sister Cheyenne and Dr. Danette is one of my doctors. Check her out. She's a female doctor. If you got any lady questions, she'll be helpful for you. Ancient Chinese medicine, so it's herbs and natural. So come with questions that you might have for her on Thursday.
Yes, please come join with our sisters and have an amazing time. So I'd like to invite all new members to the Woo Nation. Thank you so much for joining us. Please stay and be a part of our community. We love having you here. We love growing. Tell your friends, tell their friends, tell everybody, because you know, every time we're together, it is fruitful, it is thoughtful, it is insightful, and you always leave here a different person. So trust me, tell everyone about it. And you're going to want to stay here for a long, long time. All right.
Really selling it. I love it.
So here's our schedule. We are on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and from Monday and Wednesday we're here on 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Those are shorter sessions. We live stream on Zoom and on Facebook. And so you don't miss out on any alerts, just text Woo Nation to 74121. So you never miss out on any updates. And so you're always up to date with everything. All right. Be sure to stay in touch with us. Register for our movement and our updates. Follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Click on our YouTube channel to watch all of the Woo sessions that you might have missed. There's a bunch of them uploaded. And if you have any questions rather that you'd like to ask, you can email us on info.wakeupseries@gmail.com and just register for the movement on our bit.ly link. Just click the bit.ly link, and I think it's going to be put in the chat as well. All right. Okay. I think we have reached the end of our wonderful session. But before we head out, let's pour some love into the lovely, Wonderful.
Thank you, Coach Shan. I seen what the portion say.
Coach
Thank
Shan.
you.
Hey,
Okay.
Baba
Beautiful.
J, so
Thank you,
much. Coach
sister.
Shantel.
Thank
Girl,
you.
we will
Yes,
see you
Coach
on
Thank you.
Chantel.
Thank
fire.
you.
Thank
Thank
Sing
you.
for
you.
Yes,
I'll
Teresa.
be
Lord. Let
doing.
it be
Thank
Thank
you
answered
so
Girl, you
much.
are
you.
Thank you.
You
absolutely
are very
Thank
good at what you
amazing.
you.
do, and I
Thank
appreciate your
you.
meditation.
Podcast
Amazing.
Thank
coming
Thank you
up.
you.
so
Podcast is
much.
coming
Thank
up.
You
you,
did that.
Janetta. Thank
Thank
you,
you for your
Amity.
To the
committed.
Keep sharing. We
breakthrough.
love
Thank you
you.
for
Keep
utilizing
walking
your
in your
gift.
purpose.
To
Keep
Appreciate
walking in
Dad's
your
what you do.
purpose.
spirit.
Keep walking
Thank
in
you
your
for
purpose.
allowing
Keep
Appreciate
yourself
it.
to
walking in
be
your purpose.
divinely
Keep
Yes,
guided.
walking in your
Thank
yes.
you for
purpose. You
all that
got
you
Mm.
do.
this. Keep
Thank you for
Thank
the
walking
you
in your
for
wonderful
purpose.
persistence.
You
energy and
Thank you
thank
love
for
and
your
you.
support that you give
Thank you
out.
consistency.
for
It is
healing. You're a
a
younger self.
Hmm.
Let's
privilege to
And
sit and back
healing
and
of
listen.
our
You
yourself,
are
your
little
wonderful and
wisdom,
persons, our little
amazing.
boys, our
Bless
little
beyond
girls
measure.
inside of us.
God
intelligence,
Thank
bless
you.
goodness,
more
Thank
of
you.
that
and
Thank
keep
you.
moving
Thank
inside
forward.
you.
and
Thank
out.
you.